Hello and welcome. Today we're working in managerial accounting on our full course. We're in the capital budgeting chapter, and what we're going to do today is do the net present value and internal rate of return calculations on the financial calculator. Now, our previous problem, we have the same problem we did it on Excel, and there's some very positive ways to do that, and there's good reasons to do it that way. I'm going to show you how to do it on a financial calculator because you might need that for a test or for homework or whatever. And so you need to know how to do net present value and internal rate of return on the financial calculator. I'm going to use the BA2 Plus financial calculator. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Jeff. I teach a lot of accounting, and so please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started with this problem. And so this is the problem. We had alpha and we had summa. And I've already got the solutions here. For alpha, we have a negative net present value, and here we have a internal rate of return of 11.24. So I'm going to show you how to do it on the financial calculator. So let's go back and look at the problem. We're looking at two problems, two projects. One is alpha that costs $160,000 on the very front, and then it returns 6 years of positive cash flows. Summa is going to be a little higher cost at $240,000, and it's going to be 6 years of cash flows also. Now we're going to calculate the net present value. So we're going to take these streams of cash flows back to present value and then offset it with the cost, subtract out the cost of $160,000. Now, probably the best way to do it is with Excel, and that's the previous video, so check that one out. It's the previous one on this managerial accounting playlist. But you also need to know how to do it on the financial calculator. So let's get the calculator out. And what I have a emulator this emulates the Texas Instruments BA2 Plus professional model. Okay? So we're going to put these things in as cash flow. So we're going to go to the button that's right next to the shift, the second function. We'll do CF for cash flow. Now I already have some numbers in there and we don't want those. I'm going to do second function or the shift key and clear my work at the very bottom. And so we're ready to go with this cash flow. All right, here's how you enter the information. Cash flow is going to be cash flow period 0 is $160,000. That's going to be a negative number. And so I'll hit enter and then down arrow. Cash flow period 1 is $60,000. Enter, down arrow. Frequency is just 1, so leave it at frequency 1. Down arrow, cash flow period 2 is $50,000. Enter and down arrow, frequency 1. Cash flow 3 is $40,000. Enter and then down arrow down to cash flow 4. So cash flow 4 is $30,000. Enter and down arrow. Cash flow 5 is $20,000. Enter, down arrow. Cash flow 6 is $10,000. Enter, down arrow. Now if I go down again, it'll say cash flow year 7 is 0. Frequency 0, and it'll cycle back around. Let's check to make sure we entered all the numbers correctly. 160 is negative, then I've got 60, I've got 50, I've got 40, I've got 30, I've got 20, and I've got 10,000 for period 6, year 6. This is one reason why the BA2 Plus calculator is allowed on major exams like the CFA or the Chartered Financial Analyst exam or the Certified Financial Planner exam. So this helps you. Knowing how to do this calculator is helpful for many professional exams after college. Okay, so we have entered the cash flow. So right next to it is net present value, NPV. So hit NPV, and now we're in that menu. So it says, hey, what kind of rate of return? What kind of interest rate? Well, that's going to be 12%, enter, and then down. And it says NPV, and it reminds you to hit compute. So we know it's going to be negative 2617. So here it's negative 2617. That's how we get the net present value, 2617, and it's negative. So do we have a required return of 12%? No. we have a little bit less than 12%. It's going to be NPV is negative, so therefore we'll reject. Now, how do we calculate the internal rate of return? We know it's going to be a little bit less than 12%. So we go to the IRR, the next button over to the right, and compute. It's going to be 11.2438, right? So 11.24 is going to be good enough for us. So here's what we have for alpha. We have the NPV of negative 2617, we'll reject. We have the internal rate of return of 11.24. We're going to reject this one. It's the same rejection because we're only getting 11.24. Our net present value is negative. They would give the same sign, but this is the reason why. We want a 12% return. We only got 11.24. So therefore, we did not get the 12, and therefore the net present value is negative. Okay? Now let's do SUMA. SUMA has different cash flows, so let's pull that one up. Now let's go back to our cash flow. We're going to get rid of all these by doing second function and then clear work. So our cash flow period 0 is going to be 240,000. Negative and enter, down arrow, cash flow period 1 is 40,000. Enter, down arrow, we're going to skip the frequency. Cash flow period 2 is 50,000. Enter and down arrow a couple of times. Cash flow 3 is 60,000. Enter and then skip the period 3 frequency. Cash flow period 4 is going to be 70,000. 70,000, enter and then down arrow a couple of times. Year 5 is 80,000. Enter, down arrow a couple of times. Cash flow period 6 is 90,000. So enter, down arrow, frequency, and we'll cycle back around to make sure. Cash flow period 1 is negative 240, then 40,000, then 50,000, then 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, and the last one is 90,000. All right, so what is our NPV here? Our net present value is going to be positive 13,758. So let's go just to the right, the NPV button. What kind of rate of return do we require? Well, it's 12%. So I hit enter, and then down arrow is NPV. NPV is compute 13,758. All right, now, if you have the BA2 Plus professional model, you have a couple of other things. In fact, if you go down one, it gives net future value. You go down again, it gives PB, which is the payback period. So we could hit compute and we get 4.25. I've used this same number set with alpha and SUMA. I did payback period. If you have the BA2 Plus professional model, then you actually have payback. You can put payback in and calculate it quickly, and especially if you're calculating NPV and IRR already, you can get payback, and that's nice to know. But anyway, our NPV, let's cycle back around. Our NPV is 13,758. What is our internal rate of return? Well, we know it's going to be more than 12% because this is a positive number, NPV. It looks like it's 13.74. Let's compute. 13.74% is our internal rate of return. So the previous video is doing this same problem with Excel, which is a great method. This problem is doing it with the BA2 Plus calculator, financial calculator, which is a great method. The worst method is to try to do it with a table in the back of the accounting textbook. If you're in accounting, you're likely the professor is asking you to do it with interest tables in the back of the book. That's not a good method. Nobody in the real world uses that. You shouldn't have to do it for accounting class. If you're in finance class, you probably have that. You probably have a financial calculator and you probably have Excel, and you're showing how to do it both ways. This is the way I'd recommend that you do it. Even if your professor says you have to use the interest tables, learn those, but this is a better way. And so you want to know how to calculate all this time value of money and capital budgeting, including net present value, and internal rate of return. Okay, thanks. We'll see you on the next video.